Man, a lot of these athletes are idiots, man. They are just not intelligent at all. They do some of the dumbest stuff. Today we talking about Matt Barnes. Yeah, the guy whose ex-wife was sleeping with one of his former players, right? He drove all these miles over to the house to beat him up because the dude went behind his back and was torpedoing his wife, right? I mean, it's just this guy he's just in the tabloids year after year after year for dealing with different women and cheating and getting exposed by these women, right? Sharing text messages and a whole bunch of foolishness, right? I just don't understand. Like, these guys, they mess with all these women that's in the tabloids, these women that want to be on reality shows. And what's wrong with just getting a regular girl? Just getting a regular woman, man, and just living like a normal life and having your woman in the shadows in the quiet, right? Why y'all gotta have all these Instagram chicks and all this wild stuff, right? So now we hearing that he was being extorted by a woman that he's claiming he never met, right? While at the same time losing his family because he had his ex and he had another girl. He got this girl pregnant, but she was finding out that he was doing a whole bunch of cheating, and then she eventually left him. But now he's been exposed for being extorted for over $60,000. He's saying that he's going to sue Tasha K. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness, man. Check this out.
Interestingly enough, I was contacted by an inside source that gave me a scoop on Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes allegedly got a woman pregnant and told her that he was going to allegedly have somebody harm her if she did not terminate the pregnancy. I have voicemails. I have Matt Barnes' voice allegedly on these recordings. Now,
I just need to know, do I need to prepare for a torrential downpour, or is the stuff that's been released the only stuff that's going to be released? Is there more coming? No, I believe you. I mean, you've done it thus far, and I've done it thus far. That said, I may have been a little aggressive yesterday and frustrated because I got a lot of on and a lot of moving parts. Again, I asked your number, and if you want to go the messy route after all the things you said you weren't and everything you stood for and the private and the classy and who you work for, now you're talking about reality shows and all this kind of stuff. Around the country, and we've been kicking it, and I've been cheating on my girl with you. Story time. And by no means am I sharing this story for empathy or sympathy. I'm sharing this story because a lie can travel around the world before the truth wakes up. And although this is all being handled legally and people are in the process of being sued, I wanted to address it because the bull continues to come out. For like the last 6 to 8 months, there's been a lot of bull, particularly posted by Tasha K, and some new chick just got into it, Jesse something, about messages, text messages, voice audios, all this. It's 1,000% all bullshit. And I'm going to explain why. And I'm going to show you some receipts to show you that I'm not lying. Because unfortunately, today, you got to do that. This started July of 2023. My ex and I had split up for about a month. And this chick DMs me and I entertain her. We go back and forth. Conversation gets spicy. But we never met, never kicked it, never met, never seen this chick one time in my life. And then fast forward, my ex and I got back together. So I told her, she got a little weird, but she kind of just fell back. So moving along, we get back together and we end up doing this reality show. And while we were on this reality show, we find out we're pregnant. So we announced that on the reality show. And when that airs for the world to see, I start getting hit up from different phone numbers. Tripping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose this. So I think to myself, like, expose what? Like, we've never kicked it, met, person, shook hands, hugged, none of that. So I'm like, expose what? But at the same time, my ex was a little older. Which is a high-risk pregnancy.
So this man is damn near 50 years old, man. Like, he like my age. And he's still getting caught up in a whole bunch of stuff. Now, listen, I'm not no fake dude, man. Listen, dudes out here going to do what they do, man. But why bring this stuff to your doorstep? Like, you already had the situation with your twins, right? One thing I've learned being married for 25 years and having grown sons, grown daughters. As a man, I worry about my legacy and all the things I've taught my children on how they're going to view me as a man. Because do I stand on what I talk about? Do I stand on what I teach? If I'm constantly hurting their mothers and doing wrong things to their mothers, why would I expect my sons to respect me as a man? Right? The same way I love my mother, my sons love their mother. See, I'm their father, right? But the same way I want you men to understand it, the same way I love my mother, my sons love their mother the same, right? So they love me, but they love their mother. And it is what it is, right? So I carry myself a certain way as a man and as a leader. Now, we know there's women out here doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but that's not the topic. The topic is with this dude and the stuff that he do. And he's caught up in so many different things, man. And it's not just him, it's the culture. It's the culture of America, right? It's American culture, right? And now he's saying he's suing Tasha K, right? So Tasha K, she clapped back by saying this.
Matt Barnes decides to take to my DM again, says to me, you keep playing and I'ma sue you for this AI doctored audio. Y'all some clowns. Because if y'all are going to continue to post these old ass messages from 2023, at least get the women right. Y'all have put up the wrong woman. The chick that I was having a back and forth with in July of 2023 when me and my girl Anasa and I weren't together. He's trying to say the source's name is Zoe Davis. I think that's her last name. She's mad because she was trying to extort money out of me. So he's saying the reason I got the messages on the white girl, Matt, that he was with is because of this woman named Zoe that's trying to extort him. So I'm gonna bring it home. Stay with me. Stay with me. All she has is a convo. I've never met this person in my life. She tried to expose this last year and no one picked it up. Y'all decided to start 2025 off by picking up her. God bless. So after Anasa, his fiance, came out with the list of women and he said that everything was a lie, I knew it had to do with me showing the messages with him and that white girl, but he claims that they were separated, but she says they weren't, and that's why she dumped him 2 weeks later publicly because he went out with Masika. Now, I hit back in the DM because I didn't respond to him when he said, God bless, and I said, hey, Matt, you want to discuss the cheating list that your ex-fiance dropped to me? The black chick? My office hours are open 24 hours. Crickets. He didn't say nothing. He goes, y'all keep playing with me. I'm going to sue you for this AI doctor audio. Y'all some clowns. Y'all post me again. I'll sue you. I said, really, Matt? AI? I said, we post everyone, so do what you feel you have to do. I said, would you like to come on the platform to clear things out? He responds, well, you should know I have no issue admitting when I've effed up. Y'all keep listening to this weird bee trying to extort me. At first, it was AI. So how did you know where I got it from? I didn't even tell you where I got it from. You knew where I got the audio from. If I see one more lie, we can play Big Bank, take Lil Bank. He better ask Kevin Hart. Whatever you got to do, light skin. Whatever you got to do, Drake. Whatever you got to do, Drake. All I want to tell you is control your hoes. Control your hoes. Get you a burner phone so your whereabouts aren't tracked by your fiance. Pay for flights when you get to the airport in cash. Tell them you want to lock on your account. They shouldn't be giving you out your flight information. That's unsafe. I'm to blame for this.
So he claims that this black chick, Zoe Davis, was trying to extort him. So he refers to Tasha K and the chick, Zoe Davis, as the black chick, right? And, you know, he leaves a paper trail to everything that he does, right? His ex, right, the woman he had the baby by, she got records of him flying women in, his credit card records of how he spent money. Like, he leaves a digital footprint and a paper trail everywhere. This dude is dumb. How long he been in the league? How long he been around money? He's just real sloppy. He just don't respect anything. He don't care, right? Like, it's just ridiculous. But he wasn't finished. He was still talking about the situation of how he was getting extorted by this woman to try to keep her quiet so that way he don't lose his family, man.
And I didn't want no bull like that coming out. So this chick said, pay me or I'm gonna release our our conversation, our DMs. And I'm like, you really don't have shit. But again, okay. So I start paying this chick some bread for about a year. And I'm gonna show you those receipts too. And during this time, I'm kind of just tapping in with her because she's a wild card. She's a
nutcase, and kind of just checking in, having empty conversations to make sure she's cool. September of last year, we have the baby. And I keep paying her until the end of the year, so until December. I think December 6th was the last time I sent her bread. So come January, she flips out. You need to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to expose everything. So I just confessed. I told my ex, like, look, showed her the DMs, the conversations, proved that I'd never kicked it with the chick. But this chick starts going crazy and saying, I'm going to expose you and you just wait. And I'm going to show you that too, so y'all can see. But she just starts going on a rampage. The one thing I will say is this chick is good. We had DM for a little bit. There's some voice audios. And then during the process where I was trying to keep her sane, we exchanged phone numbers. So she starts chopping and screwing and even AI in my voice because she had it on a few voice audios. And since then, not a lot of blogs, but Tasha K mostly. And we know how thirsty and desperate she is and how many times she's been sued, like not fact checking anything, just whatever she sent, she runs. So there was stories out there about me being gay. There's stories about me about allegedly trying to convince a girlfriend of mine not to go on reality TV. What else? There's a story about me, the recent one, about me allegedly trying to talk someone into an abortion. They threaten stories about my kids and all kinds of weird and wild. I think in closing, a lot of you who follow me and know me know that I'm not perfect, far from perfect, plenty of times, but I'm real. A lot of my private stuff has played out publicly. You guys have witnessed me lose my family this year. You guys have witnessed a lot. And again, I don't make no excuses for none of my bull. I accept everything on the AI's conversation. She pieces 3 or 4 different conversations together to make them seem like something that's not true.
So we just live in a time and an era of no accountability. Now, you know, I did this video because I think that I'm talking to now men that are married or men that are in relationships that want to remain in a relationship. Relationships take sacrifice and commitment. It takes time. Now, one thing about me, I'm a real dude, man. Now, listen, I can tell you, man, don't be out there cheating, don't be doing this, man. But people gonna do what they want. As a man, if you're gonna be out there doing certain things, one thing the OGs always told me: don't ever, ever, ever embarrass your woman. Don't ever put your woman in a position where she has to defend herself or defend your cheating to other people, right? Because you done brought some stuff to her doorstep and it's done went outside and everybody's talking about it, and now she's embarrassed. Don't ever do that to your woman, man, as a man. If you want her to respect you, respect your authority and leadership, don't do that. A lot of times, us as men, man, we do that, and then we expect the woman to still be submissive, still think the women to be with us, man, like that. And, you know, I had these conversations with my homeboys. Like, listen, man, I already know as a man, listen, what brothers going to do at times, but don't be sloppy. I recommend that you don't do it at all, because you might bring something home to your woman or make a baby or do certain things, but I'm a realist. If you're going to do it, nobody should know about it, right? You shouldn't be getting all caught up. It shouldn't be the woman in NASA is saying, like, you know, you telling half truths for sympathy. You got digital paper trails. You got everything. And it's not just him. It's not just him. There's a lot of men out here that's doing that. And you totally ruining your relationships with your children. Because for the most part, children are teen mom, man. And listen, I get it. There's some horrible moms out here, but I don't want nobody leaving no comments in my comment section about what women do right now. That ain't what I'm talking about. That's not my topic. My topic is about a lot of us men and how idiotic we are, and we do a lot of stupid stuff at times, knowing that we don't got leverage in the courts, right? Knowing that, right? And you do certain things to turn your children against you because you out here just running wild. You got their mama in the room crying because you out here just running wild, making babies. She in your phone, she finding stuff. You're flying women in. You getting women pregnant. You paying women so they don't extort you, so you don't lose your family, and you pay her and still lose your family. Like, it's just a lot of stuff, man. Relationships ain't something that's promised to us like life or death. It's something that we got to fight for every day, man. Listen, I've been married for 25 years. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not saying in the beginning of my marriage that I did everything right, because Lord knows I didn't. I had to learn how to be married on the fly, right? But one thing I always took in from what the OGs told me, I made sure that I never did anything to embarrass my wife. I never did anything to make my wife look crazy out here, because I'm out here running wild. I never did none of that. I never had no woman come to my door, banging on my door, because I was carrying on another relationship with another woman, and now my wife got to be embarrassed. I've never done that. That's one thing I've never done. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, this I'm only talking about men that actually with women that they love, women that they respect and want to be with. Right? I know we live in a time now where there's no accountability and nobody cares about anything. I'm not talking to y'all. So remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.